All right, hello and welcome back to another episode of Mr. Pisto Plays Magic the Gathering Arena Brawl. We're going to do a short deck tech and some gameplay of Aegar, the Freezing Flame. He's a 3 mana, 3/3 Giant Wizard. Yes, we are playing the new Giant Wizard, and it's actually going to be the Giants side of things. It is semi-giant tribal, with some new cards and some old faithfuls. All right, so whenever a creature or a planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess damage, if a giant wizard or spell you control dealt damage to it this turn, draw a card. So we'll go through the giants, we'll go through the new cards, some cool interactions, and then I'll briefly touch on the other cards that are in the deck, and we'll get into some gameplay. So we have our giants. We have the Bone Crusher Giant, Old Faithful. It is a 3 mana 4/3, and whenever it's targeted, it deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. And for 2 mana, you have Stomp. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Stomp deals 2 damage to any target. So all these giants are in here for giants. Crystalline Giants, a 3 mana 3/3. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose a kind of counter at random that Crystalline Giant doesn't have on it from among flying, first strike, death touch, hexproof, lifelink, menace, reach, trample, vigilance, and +1/+1. Put a counter on that of that kind on Crystalline Giant. Now we're gonna get into some new giants. We have the Basalt Ravagers, a 4 mana 4/2. It's kind of like Flame Tongue Kavu, but it scales, which is kind of cool, and it can hit any target. So when it enters the battlefield, it deals X damage to any target where X is the greatest number of creatures you control that have a creature type in common. In this case, it's going to be giants. It's probably going to be doing 2 or 3 damage, but that's enough to get things out of the way, and it's got 4 power, so it's a beater. Calamity Bearer. This doubles the Basalt Ravager in any kind of damage done by a giant permanent. If a giant source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage to that permanent or player instead. It's a 4 mana 3/4. Tectonic Giant, one of the old giants that I think is really cool but didn't get a lot of play because it didn't have a home. There are a lot of other things in the 4 slot, but in giants, pretty solid. Whenever it attacks or becomes a target of a spell an opponent controls, choose one. Target Tectonic Giant deals 3 damage to each opponent, or exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them till the end of turn, and of your next turn you may play that card. Then we have another old giant, Thyrix. The Sudden Storm is a 5 mana 4/5 flyer flash. Spells you cast with converted mana cost 5 or greater, cost 1 less to cast, and can't be countered. Pretty strong giant. A giant related card in Squash, one of the new instants from Kaldheim, costs 5 mana, but if you control a giant, it costs 3 less. So it'll cost 2 mana to deal 6 damage to target creature or planeswalker. Planeswalkers hitting for 6 means you can kill most, if not all, but most, which is pretty good. Quakebringer. People think this card's going to be good. We'll see. 5 mana 5/4. Your opponents can't gain life. That's an important caveat in a few of the games that we might play. At the beginning of your upkeep, Quakebringer deals 2 damage to each opponent. This ability triggers only if Quakebringer is on the battlefield or if Quakebringer is in your graveyard and you control a giant. It has Foretell, so you can pay 2 to exile it face down, and then pay 4, so you can pay 4 mana for a 5/4 that does all this. Pretty good. Sutherland Flinger. This is one of the cards that you get that you have to craft. You don't get it in packs. It's a 5 mana 4/6, and when it attacks, you can sacrifice another creature. When you do, it deals damage equal to the sacrificed creature to any target. And if it was a giant creature you sacrificed, it deals twice that much damage instead. So you can end the game by throwing one of your giant, big, beefy giants at their face. Another card that relates to giants, Battle of the Frost. It's a 5 mana new legendary saga. Battle of the Frost deals 4 damage to each non-giant creature and each planeswalker. Step 2, you scry 3. Step 3, whenever you cast a spell with converted mana cost 5 or greater this turn, draw 2 cards and discard a card. You're probably only going to trigger that once unless you're really late into the game. But yeah, it does all the things you need. And then finally, our last giant in the deck is Cyclone Summoner. It's here to bounce everything and finish the game for us. Even if it bounces one or two of our permanents, bouncing everything on the opponent's side, as long as they're not playing giants or wizards, it's pretty strong. So when it enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, return all permanents to their owner's hands except for giants, wizards, and lands. And 7 mana, 7/7. So it does some big things. I guess this is another giant related card. I could have put it over on the other side, but it's Glimpse the Cosmos. The 2 mana sorcery. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. So it's like a sorcery speed anticipate. But if you control a giant, you can cast it from your graveyard by paying 1 blue rather than paying its cost. And then if you do that, it's exiled. Another new card, Mystic Reflection. I wanted to play with this. I don't know if this is the right home for it, but making your creatures into Goldspan Dragons or into Quakebringers, making one of your smaller giants into something bigger, seems pretty fun. So choose target non-land creature. The next time one or more creatures or planeswalkers enter the battlefield this turn, they enter as copies of the chosen creature and has foretell for 1. That's interesting. I wanted to give it a try. Kazuma, God of the Voyage, and the Omen Keel. All right, card advantage on a creature or card advantage on a boat, a vehicle. So at the beginning of your combat, you may exile Kazuma. If you do, it gains whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control. If Kazuma is exiled, you may put a voyage counter on it. If you don't, return Kazuma to the battlefield with X 1/1 counters on it and draw X cards, where X is the number of voyage counters on it. So it was our last commander for our mono blue control deck, which I mistakenly labeled as tempo, but that mistakes happen. And then it has the Omen Keel, a 2 mana 3/3 legendary artifact vehicle. Whenever a vehicle you control deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles that many cards from the top of their library. You may play land cards from among those cards as long as they remain exiled. So maybe we'll see the Omen Keel come out. Maybe we'll see Kazuma come out. Who knows? Another new card, Replicating Ring. I think this card goes in pretty much every, unless you're playing hyper aggro. I think this card fits into most Brawl decks. 3 mana, taps to add any 1 mana of any color, and you, at the beginning of your upkeep, put a night counter on it. If it has 8 or more night counters, you remove those and you get 8 tokens of this, and you just go ham. Pretty cool. Behold the Multiverse. 4 mana, scry 2, draw 2. Pretty good. And you can foretell it for 2 and then play it for 2 mana later. So very strong card. One of the reasons, and pretty much the only reason why we're playing Snow, is for Graven Lore. 5 mana, scry X, where X is the amount of snow mana spent to cast a spell, then draw 3 cards. So you can dig 8 deep if needed to find something that you need to win the game. And our last new card, second to last new card, we have Goldspan Dragon. The 5 mana 4/4 flying haste. When it attacks or becomes a target of a spell, create a treasure token. So that's your spell. I didn't realize that that's your own spell too. Oh, that's cool. And treasures you control have tap, sacrifice this artifact, add 2 mana of any one color. All right, this is getting a little long, but that's okay. That's the new stuff's cool. Toralf, why he's on this side? Because he's got some cool interactions. So he's a 4 mana 5/4 trample. Whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess non-combat damage, Toralf deals damage equal to the excess to any target other than that permanent. So we have Perforos's Intervention, which can deal twice X damage to target creature or planeswalker. We have Shatterskull Smashing that can deal X damage to one thing or split up between 2 things. And we have Volcanic Geyser, which deals X damage to any target. So you can kill something and then put the rest at their face, or kill 2 things, or kill 3 small things. At least I think that's how that works. Ah, so it's only one. So you can hit two things with something. Interesting. And then another interesting interaction, Shipwreck Dowser, 5 mana 3/3 when it enters the battlefield. Return target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. And Sublime Epiphany with the create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. So you cast this, you counter things, draw your cards, bounce your thing, make a copy of Shipwreck Dowser. This resolves, goes to your graveyard, the token comes into play, you get Sublime Epiphany back. And rinse and repeat. Cards around with the deck, we have Anticipate to draw some things, Shredded Sails to get rid of some artifacts or a pesky flyer, Arcane Signet to ramp, Mirror Maid to copy our artifacts, or maybe someone else is playing a cool artifact on their side, Solemn Simulacrum, ramp, card draw, Kiora Best the Sea God, wins the game if or can win the game by itself if it gets down early enough. Thieving Skydiver to steal one of their artifacts, Scorching Dragonfire to deal 3 damage to kill something, Blastpool Mimic, we can turn it into another one of our giants, or we can use it as a land. Brazen Borrower, bounce something, get it out of the way, have a 3/1 flyer afterwards that can't block. Soul Seer, deals 5 damage to any target, gets rid of gods, pretty good. Skyclave Relic, another ramp spell that you can make extra copies of it if you kick it. And Storm's Wrath, another board wipe. We play 8 mountains, or 8 islands, 7 snow-covered mountains, the Pathway, the Temple, the new Snow Island Mountain, Command Tower, Fabled Passage, Faceless Haven, the new Snowland. You can base Snow to make it a 4/3 with Vigilance and all creature types. And Shimmer Drift Veil comes into play. Choose a color and then tap add 1 mana of that color. All right, that's Aegar. Izzet Giants. All right, let's get into a few games. Here we go. All right, young Reno playing Gallia, the Endless Dance. Yeah, we can keep this. It'll be aggro, but we got some early stuff. Being in the play helps. For sure. Being on the play helps a lot. Here she comes. Or it, or they. Or something else. What could it be? Brush Elemental. Four mana. We'll play this. Land. Getting in while the getting's good. Removal spell? You give me the option to block first. No? Okay. Gully. Nah, I'll pass. I'm going to definitely kill that. And foretell that. And I'm not gonna attack because if they play this, I want to block it. Close to a haymaker. I think Tectonic Giant will help us. Excuse me. Firmed up the ground. You're attacking. I'm not blocking. I'm not taking the bait. Boom. And we have one. Let's do this first. Okay. Draw your card. We just play this to get this to make sure we have this. Yeah, let's do that. I'm in no rush. Make another red. Copy our this. We're gonna foretell this, and we're going to pass the turn. We're taking some beats here. I think they're gonna have a hard time dealing with an 8/8 hexproof. Them being stuck on mana kind of sucks. But also, you tend to run less mana. Sure. In an aggro deck. That's what they wanted to do last time. Now, do we this and this? We have 8 mana, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we get the Sea Gods out later, or do we just go for this now? We're gonna do this. Have an 8/8 to deal with. Have fun. Yep. Unless you got some massive pump spells. Sure. Next turn we can Quake Bringer plus Crystalline Giant. Tech 2. Oh, okay. We have ourselves a game. I can steal that. I kind of want to steal that. I should probably steal that. All right. Mm-hmm. And then we get Crystalline Giant down, or we get this down, hoping for a land. We could get the Omen Keel down. That's a good blocker. Better than this thing. Let's try that. I want an Omen Keel. And I want to draw a card. Brazen Barrow, that's pretty good. We have ourselves a game. These just enchant things are good. I like this one. I like Return to Nature. Sometimes picking out something very important from a graveyard is solid. Now you have some decisions to make. They're thinking very hard. We're not out of the woods by any means. Argadons. There's lots of good stuff at 5 in green. Gain control of target creature. Untap that creature. It gains haste. Is that an oops for me? Sure. We got some satyr action going on. Hmm? They don't discard anything, so they like their hand. No, 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 no. This goes here, and this goes here. Big eat. Ember Cleave. That was a lot more than I thought I was taking. There's a gooder. Sorry. We're gonna attack first. That. And hold up our Brazen Borrower. Cost 3 to equip my dude, or do that. Sure. Let's draw a card. Other satyrs have haste. Let's bounce, or let's blow up this guy. Oh, it doesn't have haste anymore. Haha. All right, on to the next one. Rotten Cat and Kenrith. Mulligan. Yeah, we'll keep this. Wonder what kind of Kenrith this is. There's so many different ways to build 5 colors. Blue. We won't know until they play something. That was a fantastic draw. Now, do we Cosma? Getting Cosma out early is good. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Now we need to draw a land, or some lands to help us make Cosma better. Or are they gonna just blow it up? To be fair, oh, cultivate. Well, they have Kenrith next turn, if they so desire. Everyone on Reddit is complaining about the prismatic bridge in Brawl. Yeah, I can see it being annoying, but I think Kenrith is so much more consistent that you're just kind of like Tybalt's Trickery. Flip a coin and hope we get what we get. Yeah, let's take action. Land. That is not land. This can get us a land. That's a land. Some actions. Are they playing second phase land? They're just trying to pull removal from us. See what happens. Do they play Kenrith and try to give him haste? Nope. Bounce it? Draw card? Fire it? Let's fire it. Maybe they have a counter spell. Nope. They wanted to get that out of us. I wonder. I can't wonder right now. Turn target. Non-land permanent. This card is so annoying. Get another land. Get a blue source. Decline. It's a very, very annoying card. Yep. This is Kenrith doing Kenrith things. Just shove all the good cards into your deck. I give it flying. Put it over top. Sure. 3, 4, 5. This is fun. All right. Is there anything that we can pull out of our magical hats that will help us? That won't help us. They play Kenrith next turn and it's game over. For science? See if this bounces this. I don't think it does. For science. Yep. All right, you got me. As always. 5 color is fun to play with, not so fun to play against. But that's magic. Play Kenrith. Put a 1/1 counter on this and kill me. It's not that difficult. You should not be taking so much time to make this decision. You don't even need to put a 1/1 counter on it. All you need is one more creature. Why? Why are you dragging this? You just gave me the opportunity to draw something. That's a land. All right, let's get into another one. 5 color doing 5 color. Boom. All right, Aspire Vinar. This is cool. This is the first time I played against a Jorn deck. I think we keep this. I think we keep this. This works with fight spells, so it's gonna be fun in a Gruul deck one of these days. One of these days. We can do better things. We got lots to do. Or hammer. This will get played eventually. We'll play an artifact equipment deck eventually. Roll. Gonna get hit. We're gonna get hit. Multi. Natural. You gonna play Jorn? Ring. No, I cannot. Oh. Greedy. Very greedy. Thanks for the ring. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Pelucranos. Land. We'll attack. We will Storm's Wrath. No, we wouldn't. And damage can't be prevented. That's interesting. I took off 2 counters and did 2 damage. Interesting. If we need to, we can get the Wrath back. Hello, Jorn. We don't have enough mana to do this and this. I think we do this. And this. And man, I want 2 dragons. That would be so cool. Let's play for the cool factor. They're playing black. They have to have some kind of removal spell. Hair grid. Hair grid. That's annoying, to say the least. Maybe. I guess I get my 2 dragons one way or the other. All right, we're gonna do this. We'll attack with both of these and make a treasure. Thank you. Oh, that's no fun. They don't let me do my fun things. All right, let's do another one. All right, Sisyphus, Toralf. He's right here. It's the mirror. We keep this, except we get blue, and we can only play him once. Ooh. This is gonna be a fun deck to build one of these days. One of these days. Tome. Scry, where's the scry gonna go? On the bottom. Land, please. I know I sound whiny, but land, please. I want to play my dragon. These nice new cards chilling here like a villain. Where are all my mountains? I'll get a token out of this, whether they target it or not. This tells me they have something. Soulseer? Slaying. Okay. Three mana, 4 damage. Pretty solid. Now I can Aegar and Soulseer the Torf if they play it. Toralf? Torf? Probably get pretty furious if I called him Torf. Pretty sure it's Toralf. It's fun playing against the new commanders. Bang! Shock yourself. They are playing the protection game. I guess you could play Torf Dragons or Torf Giants. You missed the blue giants. That's just the way it goes. Now, question is, yeah. Ralph, God of Fury. Try again. Now we get to draw cards and deal other damage with this. Well, that's kind of cool. Unless Aegar or Toralf dies. Man, if they play that, I can kill them both. Nice. Very nice, very nice. Doing its work. That's cool. We're going aggressive. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. Two can play at that game. I think we just blow this up. Three, 1, 2. I don't have enough snow. I can get this down. That's only for. That's not enough. Okay. Sure. It's gonna get me one way or the other. Draw your cards. You probably want to not. That's an interesting inclusion. Dual strike. Here comes Torbrand. Okay. My own giant. Not drawing lands has been. Alright, so this goes down and deals. Need X to be 2. Gives me 3 mana. This and this don't block this very well. Yeah, I guess I gotta do this. X is 2. Sure. Maybe I should have done 3. Okay, good. You're chilling like a villain with this Maze Mind Tome. Guess I want to draw a card with it. There he is, the almighty Toralf. What can I get back? We're definitely playing this. And this kills more things. I think this is a reason to put snow in your mono red decks for sure. Especially later in the game. Ooh, free spell. And 4 damage kills most things. Gonna do. Not drawing mana has really made this game a little more tricky. Is it display player cast? Play, so you could get a land if you need. Ooh. That almost got me. I'm at 3. Well, this needs to hit for 2 again. I don't think we got this one. I think Toralf is controlled enough to win. That's fun. Yeah, I guess fling effects work with this. And there it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of all ages, we're going to get into a post game and then that's the video, right? Let's do the post game. All right, post game. Aegar, the freezing flame. It was fun. He's a fun commander. Getting to play all the giants in the deck is kind of fun. I can't spell. Getting to play all the things that relate to giants, that was pretty cool. And Goldspan Dragon and getting to copy it made someone quit. That was interesting. But definitely the deck could go many different ways. I picked I did the dragon or the giant tribal. You could just play straight up Izzet control. You could go more with the wizard sides of things. Baron. This was a card I was thinking about playing, the Giant's Amulet, giving creating a new a giant for 5 mana for a 5 mana 4/4 hexproof giant wizard. It was in consideration for sure, but you could definitely go the wizard route with the avalanche collar. Like I said, Baron. There's lots of different ways you could build the deck. I chose to go with the giant tribal because I thought it would be something cool, something new, something exciting, something fun. But that is it. Izzet Giants is a thing. Is it a good thing? Is it a fun thing? Heck yeah. So that is my version of Aegar Giant. Izzet Giants. Thanks for watching. You could also do the whole Teferi, Time Master, tutelage kind of mill thing that red is so good with, or blue-red anyways, but I think there are better commanders for that, specifically Rael, being able to draw a bunch of things when you discard things. That could be the wizard. You could do the wizard side of things and try to do that. But yeah, all right. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or night, wherever you are in the world. Thanks for watching. I'm Mr. Pisto. Bye for now.